not. That's crazy. When I was a kid, I thought it was play that monkey music, white boy, and I thought that was terrible. But wins 100%. Thank you for contributing. Thank you so much. All right, next up is one of my absolute favorite comedians that's made his way into She's and Fest family in the past few months. Please give it up for Toothless! Yeah.
That's not it.
What up?
Well, I guess her name was,
Can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me good? What's up? My name's Toothless. I am Toothless. I mean, technically, I have teeth. They're just in the truck out there. I didn't feel I needed to bring them. None of y'all look like I need to bite y'all, so I left them in the truck. I've got like, it just so happened, I was gonna come up here and tell stories about my dad, which are kind of crazy and wild, and it seems like everybody else speaks on being like parents. So y'all buckle up and get ready, because I didn't grow up with a normal dad. It was like growing up with being raised by an older brother that is also a conspiracy theorist and a prepper. Like, I mean, gas masks, bug out bags, running drills in the woods, behind the house, the whole 9 yards. Like, yeah, I mean, we made moonshine too, and I mean, I know because we're in Tyler, everybody's like, oh, y'all made moonshine to drink it. But no, that's why I told y'all about being a prepper first. We made moonshine just simply to see if we could make fuel in case shit hit the fan. And I mean, growing up, I just thought this was normal. It's really honestly been like in the last 5 years that I realized that's not normal. You know, I just thought I was an average East Texan, and no, I was like uberly white trash. You know, but my dad was also my best friend. I mean, he was a crazy person. We had a lot of fun, but he would like randomly just, blow up over little stuff and cuss, scream, holler, throw stuff and everything, and then you'd be sitting there all quiet, and like 2.5 seconds later, he'd be like, what's wrong with you? He's never been tested, but the man's gotta be bipolar. He said, no, I just don't hold grudges. I'm like, no, that's psychopath. You're crazy. But, no, we had a lot of fun growing up. We worked together. He worked on boats, and I went with him a lot. The school hated it because he worked for himself. So we started at like noon every day, which was the earliest he was allowed to check me out. So I went to just the morning half of high school, like almost all of it. The rest of the day was just, whatever. Let's see here. We were also kind of like redneck scientists, if you really think about it. Because like on top of the moonshine thing, we also like dabbled in a bunch of shit that I probably actually, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't talk about it up here. I don't know if the statute of limitations has gone by far enough yet. I'll tell y'all one of them. Like whenever I was probably 15, 16 years old, I had a single shot break over 20 gauge, and I wanted a short pistol grip shotgun. My dad was like, no. So me and my sister went in the shop with my 20 gauge and chucked it up in the vise, and we couldn't find anything but a hacksaw blade. So me and my redneck ass sister stood there on each side of the barrel, just like we're sawing through an old log with a hacksaw blade, but we got it off there. Yeah, needless to say, that thing became the hand cannon. I don't know where it's at now. It got passed around in the area for a while after I got rid of it. Let's see here. Oh, anybody ever go to River Run, Mud Creek, anything like that? I used to do that all the time growing up. Like that was our family's pastime. And my funniest story out from being out there was the time that I'm pretty sure I was out there with the Aryan Brotherhood, or at least a branch of them. Like, these people were crazy. Like, they had a dog with them that was like, seemed like a sweet dog, but for some reason it was named Demon, and he kept, every time I made eye contact with him, he looked like he was like, help me, bro. And I was like, I can't help you, I don't want nothing to do with them over there. Like, they also were running the food trailer, and that weekend, and for some reason only had corn dogs. And the lady that was in the food trailer, I got up there that morning, I walked up, they had the menu. She didn't say nothing. Let me sit there and look at the menu. I'm like, alright, can I get a breakfast burrito? She's like, no, we ain't got that. We ain't got that. Alright, well, what do you got? He was like, we got carved out. I mean, I kid you not, she had to smoke 10.5 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 8 years. It was bad. Like, I kept looking for her holding the thing, but she must have been holding it down here or something, you know. She was like, we ain't got that, you know. It was terrible. It scared me. Like, my dad would go out there with us to ride, and he just wouldn't ride. He'd park along the river somewhere and fish. So, like, I would just ride back and forth between wherever my dad was fishing at and the group. But, all the way up until, I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest with y'all, I'm still a little bit, you know, like, don't put me in the dark, because I'm gonna run in some direction, you know, like, so I'd be riding back and forth through the middle of the woods on these dark ass trails on 4-wheeler by myself, and my dad I'd pull up, and he'd already be laughing, and for like the third or fourth time, I was like, what are you laughing at? He goes, I can hear you get scared as you're riding on the way here, because I had loud exhaust, and he was like, you'll be like, wow, 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 and that was when I would think I seen something and nail it. You know, I was getting the hell out of there. It didn't even catch me. Nope. That's it. That's one thing. When it comes to fight or flight, I'm flight every time. Gone. I'm usually gone before she even goes there. I'm like, I can sense it. It's coming. I'm out. Yeah. Good about that. Let's see here. Let's say something here. Here's the dog and river run. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I think it was Tyler that said something about, you know, what would you do in a school shooting? And I feel like we all grew up in a time period where that wasn't a thing, and so it really kind of intrigued me. I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I've never thought about it. What would I do in that scenario? Would I, you know, I mean, do any of y'all? Well, I mean, do y'all have any idea what y'all do? I know one thing for sure. I wouldn't forget to reload. That's pretty good, right? Now,